I'm trying to promote gender equality and inclusivity anything I do, and certainly by leading by example, showing respect with everyone, the opinions of everyone, and making sure that we have a balanced representation in anything we do at the delegation.
From the start of my mandate, I explicitly stated that I'm very much, in favor of, promoting gender equality, inclusion, diversity. So this was a little bit my initial stance.
There is always a sensitivity to you to say how important it is gender equality as a transversal, horizontal issue in all the things that we do.
So gender equality and inclusion is part of our action on a daily basis.
First of all, we need to have a gender balanced panels when we recruit new staff.
So I have men and women interviewing, but also the candidate, I try to make sure that there are men and women as much as possible. So I think it's important, to have a 360-degree, approach to gender equality.
To be a gender responsive leader, you have to, of course, walk the talk. So also internally at the EU delegation, you need to have a kind of a gender lens.
Look at others and try to identify yourself with others and how they can interpret your act as a leader and what the impact your words, your actions can have on them.
You always have to think about, what does it mean for gender equality? Is it an angle that I'm forgetting? Is it, a voice that I'm not hearing? So this is very much true in the public realm, but also internally.
When we have meetings of coordination in the delegation, make sure that everyone has the right to speak.
And sometimes I really much encourage the less extrovert women, colleagues who maybe don't want to speak so much in public, but I always, give them the floor. Having a sensitivity
to the people we're working with, because of course gender empowerment is also within the organization.
I think very much that the fact of being the EU ambassador, I kind of elevate and amplify their voice.
We're very active in events, and I try to make sure that both men and women are active in promoting gender equality externally as public diplomacy.
For example, the 8th of March, which is International Women's Day, I organized a panel in my residence with women entrepreneurs, women who are in science, but also men. So I very much think that it's important to involve the men in this kind of actions. 16 days of activism in November, where we always promote some projects we have on gender-based violence.
We will have right now the 16 days of activism for the gender-based violence. And that is something that we are doing already for the third consecutive year, and is something that is widespread in media and has been extremely well accepted both by the national authorities as well as by the international community. And we have been presenting studies that we have been doing on gender equality. For example, it was a study on high education, where we could show that women are discriminated in Angola compared to men. From the results of that study last year, we tried to address and have a dialogue with the government in order to help them to address this issue.
We work with a civil society organization that asked me to switch my position with a young woman who comes to my office and who was the ambassador for today. Obviously, boost of self-confidence for this young woman who was coming from a difficult neighborhood. So that was really good. It was a fun moment for everybody, and was a lot of very positive input for me and for the team. So these kind of small examples, they're quite good because I think they show concretely what we can do. And I think it's better to show it than to say it.